The illegal immigrant accused of shooting and killing Kristin Tate is charging the federal government with, quote, vindictive prosecution, using President Trump's tweets and public statements to make his case. This while a California judge bans Los Angeles from enforcing gang restrictions that authorities have actually praised for reducing crime. California, really? Here now to discuss Kirsten Haglund, a conservative commentator, and back with me is Kristin Tate. All right, ladies, I'm going to try and keep this straight. Kirsten, I know we know California's out there, but I think what's really interesting in a sad way and scary way is how belligerent they have become with respect to sort of these antisocial, not just policies, but thumbing their nose at society in general, in my mind, and certainly the authority of the federal government.
Right. Well, it seems to be very reactionary, right? Rather than actually being intentional about creating policies that are both pursuing a more liberal agenda, which is what they want and what voters have put in place there, but also keep communities safe and keep them safe for the immigrants that they say that they are so much on the side of. Very reactionary just to anything that the federal government or the president does. They try to flip the pendulum in the complete opposite direction. What
do you make, Kristen, this lawsuit? Lawsuit, I guess, against President Trump's tweets. In my mind, this guy dodged a significant bullet.
Yeah, he was acquitted of the charges. This guy was deported 5 times. He then found sanctuary in San Francisco, where he killed an American citizen, then got acquitted. Now he's suing the federal government? I mean, my goodness. And along the same lines of these stories, by the way, Charles, California just appointed an illegal immigrant to state office. The state is completely out of control. They continuously defy federal law with their sanctuary policies. I mean, every year they are releasing thousands of convicted felons, illegal immigrants, onto U.S. soil so they can go and commit other crimes. And then there's the welfare aspect to this. Taxpayers around the country are forced to foot the bills for housing, food, even cash assistance for illegal immigrants. Immigrant households have a welfare usage that's 41% higher than native American households.
But and here's also, Kirsten, the thing is, okay, if you want to be a sanctuary city and you want to roll out the red carpet to someone who's been deported 5 times, someone with a criminal record, that might be your prerogative, but they don't stay in your city all the time. You know, we've got a major crime problem in Long Island because of MS-13. They didn't originate in Long Island. Heck, I was shocked to find they were there. How the heck did they make their way from El Salvador and Los Angeles, and now they're all over the country? Massachusetts has a major problem. So, again, this is sort of a selfish act in a sense that if you love this situation so much and you're willing to endure it and endanger your own citizens, why should everyone else be endangered?
Right. Well, it's a great question. And it's unfortunate, too, that there are situations like this with the death of Kristin Tate, who and her family. I mean, that family has been through so much. I'm sure they just want to get out of the news completely. But you know, it's a very, very difficult situation, and it's a reason why, honestly, it's upsetting that we even have to continue talking about this, and Congress, both Republicans and Democrats, but Republicans too, have completely abdicated responsibility in actually putting forth legislation that will help deal with these problems, right? They abdicated earlier. They have not addressed the Dreamer situation, and so honestly, we can continue talking about this unfortunate situation on the news, but until lawmakers actually have the courage to enact comprehensive immigration reform, this is going to keep happening.
I'm afraid, though, I mean, I think you're right. I think it's going to be legal. I think ultimately Supreme Court will decide a few of these things, but that means it could take a long time.
Yeah, it could take a very long time. This should concern Americans everywhere. 38% of murder convictions in California, Arizona, Texas, Florida, and New York are illegal immigrants. This gets no coverage in the mainstream media, though. If more Americans were aware of this problem, they'd probably be outraged.
I mean, listen, we're a compassionate nation, but